Good morning, students. Last class we were discussing about types of synthetic fibers. So we have discussed about rayon and nylon. So today we are going to discuss other synthetic fibers. The first one is polyester fiber. Polyester. This is another synthetic fiber. Polyesters are made up of many monomer units of esters. It's a organic compound, that is ester. Ester, we have studied about monomers, polymers, So many ester molecules, they combine to form polyester. Polyester. Ester is an organic compound having fruity smell. They are having fruity smell. So polyesters, the important polyester compounds are, some of the polyester compounds are terylene, dacron, terene, etc. These are some of the polyester fibers. That is terylene, dacron, terene. All these are examples for polyester fibers. And when this polyester, when mixed with the wool, they form terylene. When terylene mixed with the wool, it forms terrywool. And when terylene is mixed with the cotton, it forms terrycotton. Terrycotton. It forms terrycotton. So terylene, dacron, terene, these are some of the examples for polyester fibers. So when terylene is mixed with the wool, it forms terrywool, and terylene on mixing with the cotton, it forms terrycotton. And these polyester fibers, they are very soft, and these fibers, they have lightweight, and they show some elastic property, and they can absorb little amount of water, and it can be dried easily after washing. And another important property is that they are wrinkle free. They are wrinkle free. That is, what are the important properties of these polyester fibers? They are having lightweight, then they are elastic, they show elasticity, and then they are strong, they are very strong, then they absorb little amount of water, and it can be dried easily after washing. And another one is that they are wrinkle free. They are wrinkle free. Now let us see some of the uses of these polyester fibers. Some of the uses of polyester fiber. So polyester is made up of many large molecules of ester. That is, ester on polymerization, we get polyester. Okay. Now let us discuss some of the uses of polyesters. Uses. We know polyester, like terylene, polyester fiber like terylene, they are used in making fabrics, that is making saris, shirts. So fabrics, for the manufacture of fabrics they are using. Then another use is that polyester fibers are used for making hoses, that is water hoses in the firefighting operation. firefighting operations, they are used for making water hoses. And then another use is that they are used for making conveyor belt. You know, conveyor belt in certain machines, they are having conveyor belts. In many factories there will be conveyor belts. So that conveyor belts are they are made up of polyester fibers. We can make conveyor belt by using polyester fibers. And then sails in sailboat, used to make sails in sailboat. Then they are also used for making that is cushions, and then they are also used for then terracotta. We know terracotta is what? It is a mixture of terylene and cotton that is used for making trousers, shirts, etc. Trousers, shirts, etc. And then terry wool is used for making suits. So terry wool is used for making suits. So these are some of the uses of polyester fibers, polyesters. Okay. Now the next polyester fiber, a synthetic fiber, that is acrylic fiber. Acrylic fiber. So this acrylic fiber, it is a polymer of this acrylic fiber is made up of by the polymer that is polyacrylonitrile. Acrylic fiber is made up of polyacrylonitrile. It means many acrylonitrile molecules, they undergo polymerization. We get polyacrylonitrile, that is acrylic fibers are made up of polyacrylonitrile. And this polyacrylonitrile, they are soft, warm, wool-like feel will be there. Warm with the wool-like feel will be there for these acrylic fibers, and that is why these acrylic fibers, they are used for making shawls, cushions, then this type of things we can make by the use of acrylic fibers. Shawls, cushions, curtains, etc. they are made up of acrylic fibers. So acrylic fibers are formed by the which are formed from the polymer that is polyacrylonitrile, and this polyacrylonitrile, it is very soft, and it is strong, soft, and they are having they are warm with the wool-like feel. That is why they are used for making shawls and cushions, etc. Okay. So that is about acrylic fiber. So we have discussed the different types of fibers. That is, which are the fibers that we discussed? Synthetic fibers: rayon, nylon, polyester fiber, and then acrylic fibers. These are some of the fibers, that is synthetic fibers. Now next we are going to discuss about the advantages of synthetic fibers. Advantages. Advantages of synthetic fibers. The first one is synthetic fibers, they show high tensile strength. synthetic fibers, they show high tensile strength. So, what is tensile strength? They can hold maximum weight or large amount of weight, the holding capacity of large amount of weight, that is called tensile strength. So, if you are comparing the tensile strength of natural fibers and synthetic fibers are having high tensile strength. So, we can check, we can conduct one experiment to show the tensile strength of natural fibers and synthetic fibers. For that, you can take one iron stand, one iron stand and like this, and then you can take 30 centimeter long different fibers, that is you can take silk, then cotton, wool, and then nylon. You can take 30 centimeter long nylon thread, then silk thread, cotton thread and wool thread, all are having same length, that is 30 centimeter length. And then so you can tie these thread on the stand, and then at the end you can fix a pan. At the end you can fix a pan. So, this pan, in this pan you can put some weights. So, we can take marble pieces or marble balls in this pan, and then so first you take nylon and you tie the nylon thread here, and in this pan you can put some marble weights or any weights you can take. So, different weights you can add, and more number of marble balls you can put in this pan. So, after some time, when we are putting more number of marble pieces, then after some time it may break. So, that is the strength of this, tensile strength of this nylon. And then you can repeat the same experiment with the silk, cotton, wool, and you can see that among these experiments you can see that here nylon can hold more weight than silk, cotton and wool. Then because silk, cotton, wool, all these are they are what natural fibers. So, natural fibers, they have less tensile strength than synthetic fibers. That is why nylon can hold more amount of weight, that is why they are having high tensile strength. Okay. So, that is the first advantage over synthetic fibers, and the second, low water absorption capacity. Low water absorption capacity, because see synthetic fibers, they absorb very less amount of water, they absorb very little amount of water, and it can be dried very easily. So, that is called a drip dry property. So, that property is called a drip dry property. They possess drip dry property because they can absorb very little amount of water and it can be dried very easily, but natural fibers, they absorb more amount of water and it cannot be dried easily because they possess or they absorb more amount of water. So, this also we can prove by certain experiments. For that, take two mugs having same equal size, equal volume mugs, and we take cotton and nylon. You take cotton and we take cotton and nylon pieces having half meter square sized two pieces of that is cotton and nylon, and also you take two mug having equal size, and also you takes some water, equal amount of water in these two mugs. We have two mugs having equal amount of water, and then we take same size, that is half meter length cotton cloth and nylon piece or cotton piece. Then you soak in that mug. So you put it for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Then after that you take it out. So when you take it out, check the volume of water that is remains in these two mugs. Which mug is having less amount of water? So when you are checking the mugs, you can see that the mugs in which the cotton is soaked will have less amount of water than the other mug, that is nylon. Because why? Because cotton absorb more amount of water, and that is why that mug is having less amount of water, and nylon it absorb little amount of water, and that is why the volume is only little amount of water is taken from this mug, and when we spread in the sunlight, it will be nylon will be dried very easily, but cotton will take more time to dry because it is having more amount of water. They have more water absorption capacity, and that is why it will be dried. It will take time to dry. Okay, so that is another property. So low water absorption capacity for synthetic fibers. And the third property, so high tensile strength, low water absorption capacity, and the third one, high abrasion resistance for synthetic fibers. So high abrasion resistance, we know that is when we rub our clothes. So sometimes it may damage easily, but synthetic fibers, they have high abrasion resistance, and that is why they are more durable, they are long lasting. That is, synthetic fibers are long lasting because they have a high abrasion resistance, and also they will not be attacked easily by moths. So that is why they show high abrasion resistance, and so they are high abrasion resistance, and that is why they are more durable. It means they are long lasting. They are having long lasting capacity because they have high abrasion resistance. That is wear and tear. That is called abrasion resistance. So abrasion resistance is more in the case of synthetic fibers, and natural fibers have a low abrasion resistance, and that's why they are less durable. Then another property is that synthetic fibers they are less expensive. We know natural fibers, they are costly, and it is not affordable to all persons. So, but synthetic fibers are affordable and less expensive. It is less expensive. And the fifth advantage over synthetic fibers are they show they show elasticity. Synthetic fibers are elastic. Elastic means when we stretch or when we pull these type of substances, and when we when we release the force, it regains its original shape. That is why, you know, when for example nylon socks, when we use many times, when we stretch that, it regains its original shape, you know. So that type of elasticity is more in the case of synthetic fibers. Okay, that is elasticity. And then these are the advantages of synthetic fibers over natural fibers. They are having, first one, they are having high tensile strength, then they have a low water absorption capacity, and they are having high abrasion resistance. It means they are more durable, they are long lasting, and then they are less expensive or low cost as compared to natural fibers, and they show elasticity. So these are the advantages of synthetic fibers over natural fibers. So even though they are having advantages, there are some disadvantages. Now let us see what are the disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Disadvantages of synthetic fibers. The first one is they melt and burn easily. They melt and burn easily. They melt and burn easily. It means it catches fire more easily. And you know, when it catches fire, it shrinks and they form beads and stick to our skin. So that is why the person who are wearing synthetic fibers or synthetic clothes, that clothes they are not advisable to wear this type of synthetic clothes while they are working in any fire or any the kitchen. If they are working in kitchen, it is not advisable to use this type of synthetic fibers, because it will catch fire easily. So when it catches fire, it will shrink and form beads, and that stick on the skin. So, and the second disadvantages of synthetic fibers are they are non-biodegradable. Since they are non-biodegradable, it may cause soil pollution. So that is the next disadvantages. And the third one, it is synthetic fibers are uncomfortable during summers. They are uncomfortable during summers. You know, most of the synthetic fibers, they absorb little moisture. So if they are not absorbing moisture, it will not cause any kind of evaporation. So when we sweat during summer days, when we sweat, that sweat may stick in our body, and that may trap between the fabric and the body. So the person who are wearing synthetic fibers, they may feel uncomfortable. Okay, so that is the next disadvantage. And the fourth one, they may cause, certain people, they may cause skin diseases like eczema. They may cause skin disease. Skin disease like eczema. So these are the disadvantages of synthetic fibers. They melt and burn very easily. So when they melt, it produces beads and it stick on our body, and so it is very dangerous while those people who are working near fire or flame. And then it is non-biodegradable. Since it is non-biodegradable, it may cause soil pollution. And the other one, they are uncomfortable during summer days. So during hot humid days, the person who are wearing synthetic fibers, they feel uncomfortable because there is no evaporation. Because if we are using natural fibers like linen clothes or cotton clothes, during summer days, since they contain many pores, through that pores evaporation will take place. That evaporation may cause what? Cooling effect in your body, but that is not happening in the case of synthetic fibers. And then certain people, that may cause skin diseases like eczema. So these are the disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Then next we are discussing about plastics. We know this is the age of plastic, isn't it? We are living in the age of plastic everywhere. If you are taking in your home, all the domestic items are made up of plastics. Bucket, mug, then utensils, many things are there. So plastic is one of the most important substance in this age. So what are plastics? So plastics, it is actually plastic is a polymer. It is made up of large number of many smaller units. They combine to form end to end to form a big substance, that is called polymer. So plastic is a polymer, and all plastics do not have the same type of arrangement. All plastics do not have the same type of arrangement. Some of the plastics are they are having linear arrangement. Linear arrangement of monomer units, that is, we can represent like this: linear arrangement of monomer units. See, all these boxes represent a monomer. So monomers, they are joined end to end. These are monomers, so they are joined end to end. This type of arrangement is called linear arrangement. So some plastics are arranged in this manner, and some others are arranged in cross-linked manner. Cross-linked manner or cross-linked arrangement. So cross-linked arrangement we can represent like this. So these are called cross-linked arrangement. So some plastic, inside the plastic, some plastics are arranged in a cross-linked manner, others are arranged in linear manner. So these boxes represent monomers. So monomers are arranged end to end. Sometimes it may be linear arrangement, and sometimes it may be cross-linked arrangement. And we know plastics, they burn easily on heating. They melt easily, and it becomes soft on heating, and on cooling it becomes hard. So we can again heat it to become soft, and it become hard, and by adding certain substance it may become hard or more durable. So plastic, we can make them into different shapes by heating. So all the and what is this type of, there are certain substances which can be by virtue of which we can change them into different shapes by heating, or we can mold them into sheets, or make them into fibers, and that property of the substance is called the plasticity. That is called plasticity. The property of substance by virtue of which can be molded into sheets or can be drawn into fibers by heating. That process, that is called plasticity. That property is called plasticity of the substance. Okay, and some examples for plastics are bakelite, PVC, PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride, then terylene, polythene. All these are examples for plastics. So these are plastics and the different kinds of plastics that we will discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.